50% extra damage boost going through it. So there's going to be a lot to have to weather here. We are waiting for one player to get into the lobby. They're having a bit of a connection issue right now. But I mean, if we look at how the standings sit right now, Montenegro, I mean, we've got one team perfect right now. That's Savannah College of Art and Design, SCAD. They have not dropped a map. As a matter of fact, they are on a golden season right now. Then you got two teams at 2-1. Southeastern University, who was last year's champions, and then Warner, who we were having up tonight. We haven't had a chance to see them before. Because we had a change of games, so I didn't have a chance to reach out to the teams as I normally do. So I'm going to try and see if I can get something, in the interim from their captain, even though they're probably struggling to get somebody into the game.
Just put one of us in. Trust, that'll be fine.
Trust. I mean, I'll go play May. I'll go play May right now.
We can do it.
We can do it. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just did placements. We got Plat 3 again. Placements were very difficult.
I have not finished placements yet, but I was it's projected that I'm going Plat 2 on DPS.
Yeah, I was projected. I got my projected. I got Plat 3. We struggled with those games.
My tank is Diamond 2.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I can play that.
Slay.
I will slay you. I will slay you with Zarya.
You slay you.
Because with the perks, she's just damn near unkillable. Same with Sigma. That major perk with the levitation on cooldown.
So good.
That is so not fair. You can get yourself into better position for flux, for accretion, for absorbing barrage. I think Pharah has the best minor perk of all of the heroes. With instead of the concussive blast, it's the suck-in blast.
Yeah, it comes in.
It's like a mini halt. It's like a mini halt from Orisa from Overwatch 1. It's beautiful. I love it. And then you can throw something on top of it, like a Meteor Strike if you're going to play the Doom. Doom has some good viability right now as well. So there is a lot going in. As we head into our game, finally, we are going to start on your favorite part of Samoa. This is downtown.
Yes, it is downtown. Like I was saying, the off angles here are great. You have that little building where you can see in the far right, as well as this area of the walkway for a Sojourn, for example, to abuse. You can also see a Kiriko up there, just kind of icing out everyone with her kunais. And you can kind of see both characters on the screen here from Warner. But Weber International repping the classic Rhine with a Moira and a Lucio. And Moira, again, she's been up there as of late. And Torb as well has been kind of looking really strong as of late in the meta. But alongside a Hazard, you usually see the Torb with a ball. So I'm kind of excited to see how Flint's going to be running with a Hazard here on downtown, especially into a Reinhardt.
I don't think that they're able to maybe replicate what they do in OWCS Korea or OWCS EMEA. Maybe not. We might not be at that level, but they do kind of run a zombie comp here, so this is actually a different look from Weber than we saw previously, and it's going to force out an early wall. This is actually really good from Weber gaining point control right off the bat.
Oh, and not even just getting point control, but also gaining a elimination in their favor. Krug taking out Little Bishop, and once again, Krug just kind of putting all the pressure onto Sly, allowing Flynn to get an easy cleanup, and just like that, Warner in the lead so far on first control point of downtown, but not for very long, of course. Maybe Weber doesn't swap, and no, sticking with the same thing. We can see Nut actually go over to the Ash here.
Yeah, this is actually, we'll see Golden Skull on Reaper pretty much all evening long, so that's going to be something difficult for them to be able to overcome. But bringing out Nut. Nut was starting to hit shots during their last match on Kings Row, if you remember that correctly. They had a pretty good time, and it had pretty good aim as well.
For sure, but we gotta help our Ryan now, who's been kind of secluded. The downpour so fast. Only 30% of the objective already has the ultimate online, and just like that, when you're stuck in a place and everyone else is on top of it, that is gonna be the end of the day for Goofy Goobers and Golden Skull, and not falling right after the fact. I don't even think our Lucio can make it back in time without likely being called out by the rest of the Warner Royals. I'll just say Warner Brothers. Cover right. Really good job from them coming in, and now 50% on the objective already.
This is Focus Fire 101 from Royals. They're looking for Little Bishop on the Moira to stop the bulk killing coming out. I mean, then you're only going to have to amp heals. I mean, Sly has actually done the majority of the healing. They already have Sound Barrier online.
Ooh, the Pulsar Torpedoes coming through onto Sly. That's a really big utility that's kind of just gone for the side of the Warriors. And Golden Skull, that frontline power also is completely negated. They burn through this bubble. They burn down Goofy Goobers. And now Nut might actually be slightly staggered away from the respawn timer of Goofy and Golden. So, again, almost an uncontested 0% to 87 right now. And finally, we have some ult online. That being the Sound Barrier, that being the Bob, and the Coalescence. Oh, huge flank. Huge flank coming through from Goofy Goober. Gets a little bit of charge off, goes back to the corner likely, but gets sought out by Flint, however. Still, ooh, turret finds Sly in the fray. We finally get our first pick here on Fun Times, and that forces the over array from Hash Brown. No touch to be seen here from the Warriors, excuse me.
I mean, they completely did not read the composition as they were going into it. I mean, the Reinhardt should have worked. They had first control of the point, Neva, and the fact that they weren't able to turn and catch the backside rotation spelt doom from the beginning. And then, just they're hunting down Little Bishop. They're looking for that as the first pick. Oh. And they're getting it so many times.
Can someone tell Nut that perks aren't active right now? You can't stick the turret on the wall. Just letting you guys know. That was hilarious. Great to catch that, but you're completely right. I think they just got out-angled, and that's, again, the benefit of downtown. They had the Torb in the main area. They also had the back rotation you were talking about, where they just couldn't look at two things at once. They couldn't look at three things at once, unfortunately, and getting called out so early on. But now we can see the swaps with the Orisa, a lot more stable, I would say. Really good defending herself and staying alive if you have Little Bishop kind of pumping her with heals the entire time. Interesting rotation to go around this really tight entranceway of the building here with the pillar right in the middle, and looks like the Royals have gone over to that much more classic bridge rotation to take things out first and foremost. Looking like Nut trying to go to the objective first, trying to get a little bit of an off angle, maybe to get that turret out of the way at the same time and help side a little bit here, but the melee from Flint and the pressure being put too much onto that Lucio means they're not going to be able to find any sort of speed boost in their favor. Now it's just Ice Boys trying to find a pick here on the offside and forcing the Warriors to look way too many angles at the same time. Oh, we left Golden Skull and Little Bishop naked to the hazard.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty bad recognition of the ultimate, or of the rotations coming in. I mean, you've gone over to another Moira. Moira's not meta right now. Moira's not in a good spot right now. She gets way too easily countered and taking too much damage. Once you get the Wraith form out, she's pretty much a sitting duck, even as a 1v1 duelist with the life still going on. So, I mean, if you look at Weber, you know what? It just seems like they're stuck in this rut of playing the Reaper, and I don't know if it's necessarily in their favor.
And just like that, another downpour so early on, only 14% of the objective, and you already were able to have that ultimate out and about, and everyone's just in. Like you said, Moira, really enough, she's been pitted a lot off as of late, but against a Hazard, against a mobile comp like this with the Hazard, the Sojourn, the Juno, and the Kiri Torb, a little bit. You just can't survive long enough on that Moira.
Yeah, you've gotta have the Baptiste. I mean, the Baptiste is actually good, but I think you would run a Brig here. To try and get into the face of Flint here, because Flint is just taking your backline and saying, I'm going to do what I want.
And that's exactly what Flint's job is supposed to be, playing that Hazard beautifully, especially as we were going 2 picks early onwards and just kind of sending the rest of the team of the Warriors back to the spawning room. Hash Brown can be found in the fray. Beautiful Suzu negates the entirety of that terrorist surge, and we get the hammer kill from Ice Boy.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, there might be a bit of an SR difference here between these two teams, because that was just filthy. That's filthy, and it's wrong in the most wonderful way. I mean, you're looking at changes. Sly's now going to come out onto the Mercy. Mercy is not going to be any better faring against this mobile composition.
Especially when you're the solo healer. Little Bishop now down, forces the res to be expended early on as they have to touch now or never. Nut gone again by Crya. Jeez, I mean, the aim on that Sojourn so good. Even better is that overclock coupled with that downpour. Man, at this point, they're just using all their ults at the same time, save for the continued rush, just to secure the objective, make sure that the Warriors are not even going to be able to have their toes peek out of that spawn room before finally 200% to 0 on Samoa.
That is pretty dirty. That is pretty dirty from Warner, and they show why they are sitting at 2-1 here on the season. I didn't have a chance to look and see where they are at right now. Oh my God, Flint has the new reptilian hazard skin. This is a beast skin for a new character. I absolutely love it, but this downpour is so good.
Oh, I mean, I love these downpours right around like a corner or behind a wall. Like they just haven't been affecting it the entire time, and there haven't really been any sort of countermeasures against that downpour. You can have a Kiriko use a Suzu if they had a Kiriko. They also have, of course, a classic sound barrier before that cast time goes off, and Lucio can't jump from the air, unfortunately, from the ground, unfortunately. There is something that could be done, especially on Sly's end when they were playing on Lucio. But I think just you know, uh, Warner just having that recognition to keep going with the pressure, and honestly just dominate and completely roll over Weber International. But that's only map 1. Map 2 might be different. You might be able to slow the pace down a little bit as we move on to, I believe it's Hollywood coming up on deck for us. Yes.
I mean, if Flint is going to continue to play on the hazard, the jagged wall placements is going to be so important. Like you just saw there on Samoa, being able to use that and then climb to gain altitude, also to deny any kind of avenues to get onto the payload, onto the point. Man, Flint is what you call a main tank. Loves to take the space. They brought the Arissa out. The javelin spin actually will eat the spikes coming from the downpour, but you got to look up and do it. So that was a bit of a problem there. I just think that you've got this hyper aggressive tank right now. You've got the mobility. Juno is using the hyper ring to get their hazard in and out of engagements, and with the violent leap as well. I mean, the space taking is just premium from this player. I'm very impressed with Flint so far.
Absolutely. Flint absolutely making a name for himself on the stream already for his first appearance, may I also say. And, as we go on to Hollywood, those walls are entirely climbable by Hazard Beast without explaining that wall cooldown first and foremost. You can climb onto the wall and then climb onto the high ground on Hollywood. But I also feel like maybe we might see something a little bit different. The defense side of things might be seeing the hazard come through just because the walls are a little bit shorter. He can get up there a little bit easier without having to use his own wall to help boost him up a little bit better. But when it comes to what kind of comps you want to attack on for Weber International, they have a couple of options. I would love to see a dive come in from them with the Winston or even a Diva, maybe with a survival backline like the Ana Brig, just to make sure that they don't really get too dived on by the hazard and they don't really kind of fall over. And if it gets really bad, go to the Kira Lucio. That's kind of like get out of jail free card, swift step, speed boost out, and hazard is kind of left there for a couple of seconds before being able to jump right back out. And it could absolutely get punished in that amount of time. That's kind of why you've been seeing the Kira Lucio be so prevalent pre-perks. As they've been playing without the perk system at the moment. So here, Lucio's still, I think, your best backline to deal with such a talented hazard like Flint is.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking, natural Overwatch without the perks, I think that Kiri Lucio, Ana Brig, those two combinations, and the reason why the Ana Brig works so well is the sleep, is the anti, and then the shield bash and the flail. Those combinations right there for the Ana Brig makes it work so well. And so, it punishes the hyper aggression from a hazard coming in, and it really denies a lot of the mobility. It denies the leap in with the slash, which we saw quite a few times. Flint is very, very good at with that violent leap and then going in with the slash behind it. So, I think that there is definitely some room for improvement here, for not only for Weber but also Warner. I mean, I hate to try and nitpick, but play the Torb. Yeah, I mean, you saw kills in the neutral onto a Baptiste, which is not necessarily easy to do with all the all the utility that a Baptiste has, and then you're looking at Kriya. Kriya was absolutely filthy with the reworked Sojourn. It wasn't a lot of rework, but like I said, the piercing shots through the armor right now is so deadly, and you saw it time and time again. Kriya would come up with first pick, or it would be the Torb with a lucky right click, or just a dome shot from your left click going in. So as we head into Hollywood, It's going to come down to, can Weber International deal with Flint diving in on them? And then, can their DPS do something to deal with Dr. Funtimes and Hash Brown?
We're seeing a little bit of an answer in the spawn room for the Weber International Warriors coming in with the Zarya, the Mei, the Hanzo. A little bit of a hype. A little bit of a mix of what you would call Brawl with the Zarya and the Mei, but then you have poke elements with the Hanzo and the Zen, and Sly also kind of hovering on the Mercy. But Warner is absolutely checking it on with the Hazard once again. The Torb, the Soj, which I cry on the Soj. Yeah, put that person on the Soj, please. The fun times, great on the Kiriko, and Hash Brown gonna be mirroring Lil Bishop on that Zenyatta, but I think Zenyatta, at least on the defense side of things, much more solid. And oh, is this hammer only Torb? Please excite me. No, it's not. My dreams are ruined. Oh.
Duper Damper instead of Super Soaker, by the way, just so everybody gets that reference right there. All right, so I mean, we're running the Roadhog here, so you're looking for pick potential. You're gonna have the Suzu, so I mean, once that's expended,
oh wow,
it's gonna be gone. But I mean, that's an early pick. Zen on Zen Violence, I love it.
And now we get the res off as well. Huge cooldown already to be utilized pre-fight, arguably, right? See the rotation coming through around the stairway. Iceboy has back up a little bit. Suzu already expended from Dr. Funtimes. And now, again, this push has to be pretty much perfect for Weber. And there it is. Good wall from Nut. Forces Flint to not be able to get out. And now they can just walk on. Ideally for free, especially with Nut getting kind of just the one-shots needed to make sure that this Kiriko cannot get anything. There's the pick potential you're talking about. And Goofy Goober popping off with the Roadhog. The turret you might forget about a little bit. It does get Nut in the process. But Weber International now is kind of forced to set up on second.
I mean, I did not have that in my card. I did not have them getting that first point in my card, but I mean, it was just that pick potential once again. And there's that wall from Flint that was deployed so well, so many times throughout Samoa. Yeah, they're going to have to be able to burst him down, this Goofy Goober, and see if we can get him. That's a big hook.
Big hook, even better is that breathalyzer coming in from Goofy Goober. And I love that the option for Weber, I mean, ideally until that he kind of got overwhelmed, but the option for Weber was trying to go to a comp that can self-sustain for the most part in their own way. Hanzo can climb out of things, can get repositioned really easily, can one-shot. Hog has breathalyzer. Mei has cryo, you know? So I get the idea.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an evil downpour. Oh, but they've already caught it out. And you'll get the slash out of it as well.
A little silly, a little funny. But this downpour that you're talking about is going to be massive. It's on down the main way. But still waiting on... Oh, Mercy's out of there, but the other three are not. Oh my goodness. Absolute decimation. 3v5. The Mei likely not going to be able to find any sort of living for any longer. The Valk was popped by Sly, but to no avail.
Oh boy. I mean, Goofy Goober's just stuck in no man's land here. And it's absolutely getting owned. And Korea with another shot from the overclock there. It's just so good. I mean, they know where they want to go. They know how they want to play. I don't understand what we're pushing up here without your other 4 teammates. I know you're trying to build up to your Dragon Strike, and actually that's a big pick.
That's massive, beautiful. I believe that's probably a trolley from Low Bishop onto Krya, who had that had the overclock in their favor. Now we have public transcendence in response to that Molten Core. Everyone can kind of walk now. Dragon's ready for not at the same time. My Zen super low. We're walking into the Molten Core. We're getting healed right back up, and we have, of course, the Pigpen ready to be expended here. The transcendence does get utilized, and we're not pushing the Zen back. Instead, we're pushing forward and allowing Flint to get free value on this team and couple in tandem with that Kitsune Rush coming in from other fun times.
I don't know how long we're gonna hold on to this Dragon Strike. Golden Skull just got their Blizzard online in the last fight. I think that once you got the Molten Core out, you decide that you're gonna run in with this. Yeah, he's gonna go bye-bye. He's gonna go bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye for sure.
Oh, he's gonna go bye-bye. Oh, we're tearing it down. Oh my god, that's so evil. Wait, stop. No, that's so evil. The downpour while the Mercy was trying to get off the high ground, and she was just floating daintily. Please.
The moth has been extinguished. Flew too high to the sun and got the wings burned right off. Swip over here from Goofy Goober over onto the Winston. So, I mean, it's more than 2 minutes out, so definitely time to get a primal up and start to displace this Royal squad. The Warriors, though, they need a lot of help here. I like this going up and getting into the support's back line.
Oh, nice. But that healing orb on the Sojourn means like Cryo can be kind of living through that. But Goofy Goober is super low, has to walk with that Dragon Strike. And here's that overclock we were waiting on from Cryo before they got picked off a little bit earlier, remember, from Lil Bishop. Getting the rest of Nut is actually massive, but unfortunately Lil Bishop and Nut both fall to the ground. Hash Brown finds the kill needed onto Sly to cut down that Val, cut down Icarus, if you will. And now we have a minute and 40 left on the clock here with a swap to the Soldier not coming through from Nut here.
Yep, we're going more speed here. We're going with the Sombra as well. So, kind of a pokey dive coming in from WIU. They're trying to change it up here, but they're running into it molten core. Once that bubble is gone, I think all bets are off.
Got dropped down so fast because the rest of the team is being poked out in the back, and just like that, Flint finds Sly, and now we're putting all the pressure onto Soldier, who's not even in the healing pad anymore. But the big hack comes through, and we force a Transcendence, but it's still not gonna be enough to help out Flint here. Molten Core used just to kind of cover this area away, so no one can walk while they have no tank, and that's just a smart move from Ice Boy. But they gotta give a little bit here. 40% meters now finally actually being pushed for new progress.
I mean, we're sub a minute now. You're gonna have this. You're gonna have the primal on. There goes Kriya down from the virus. Are you down with the sickness? Come on, get up, get down with the sickness. You've also got Consider Rush ready to go for the Royals here. So there's going to be a re-engage here for sure. It just depends on what they get done with it.
I put super low, good wall off on the Soldier, and that is gonna be all that she wrote. The downpour coming through, it nearly whiffs onto Lil Bishop, giving him a little bit of lease on life, but not for Goofy Goobers. Cannot be the same as they have suffered an unruly fate in that front line. 15 seconds left. Sombra forced to teleport out. We're haunting for this Sombra with the hammer in the hand, but I think she's definitely out and kind of safe for now.
This is going to be a hairy touch coming in from Goofy Goober. He's going to have to pop the primal to get there to get it online. Yeah, and they're going to have to pop it right now to keep themselves in this fight.
Oh, there it is. Little 1000 HP extra coming on to Goofy Goobers, but that Discord Orb is so strong. Can't even find the kill on the Zen. We trade off. Cryo coming through with that rail shot gun charge onto Goofy Goobers, and that should be all that she wrote, but I will give credit where credit is due. The Warriors going a lot further on Hollywood than I thought they were after that control hold that the Warner Royals did show us earlier.
I mean, much better from them, much better adaptation. Trying to pop himself here in real time are the Warriors from Weber International. But we are going to see what they got going on as we have to change a little bit of a setting here. So you're going to see our beautiful faces here for a few more seconds as we get ready to head into round number 2 and seeing Warner on the attack. They bit, but they never broke. And there were some pivotal picks there that came through. I really did like Nut on the Hanzo. I don't know if they used the Sonic Arrow to the best of their ability, but I think that, with the Storm Arrows coming through, I think we got that pretty well and good. So we'll see now if they're able to bring it forward. So, WIU, they have their work cut out for them to avoid going down. Match point, Golden Skull showing us a Junkrat. That should throw a little bit of a wrench into Flint, being able to dislodge them from their violent leaps coming in, and also burn that jagged wall down in a hurry.
And the Junkrat and the Tor are pretty interesting defense options. I mean, the spam is great for Hollywood. Tor has the turret, can absolutely do some wonderful things off and on, off angle. Goofy Goobers on the Sigma. Cannot fly, unfortunately. Next week, you'll see some flying Sigma on this stream, but this week, just regular old Sigma on the floor. I love the poke. I can't lie. I love the rock to kind of maybe, disrupt and displace Flint a little bit there. Grasping Hands used really early on. They're like, man, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, baby, but is it going to be enough to deter Flint? Yes, it is. But not before taking a life under himself. And now everyone's trying to run away.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter, and that is all that she wrote for the 3 people on the Warrior side here. Flint going on a solo tear, 1v5 actually, all by themselves.
He must be stopped. Flint
Can't keep getting away with it.
Stopped. Can't keep getting away with it. Oh my God. Yeah, look at that, 70% far outstripping anybody in the server right now as far as ult charge. That jagged wall in that narrow corridor was a thing of beauty.
And another one has hit Billy. And there's another wall in the corner. If wall's off, Golden Skull you can't even go near it because it does damage to you. Sombra teleport out. Great tracking from Cryo. I mean, it's not even gonna be a factor in this fight here. The honor off from Sly. I love it, but I think it may be a little bit too late. Downpour gets called onto Sly, who was right on that Mega Pack and took it a little bit too early before it gets getting finished off by Hash Brown. Oh my! You can scale that? That's illegal. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, he knew. What? He knew.
He knew. Chad, he knew.
He heard the sound cue of the elevator go off and was like, oop, Sombra, baby girl.
Baby girl. Okay, we are not going to see today, no. But I mean, this is just brutal from Flint. I mean, jagged wall. There's the spike guard coming out. The trap. Everything's out there. Oh my god, is there anything to say? Flint, no. Finally, the pressure is overwhelming.
No one, by the way, has moved this cart in quite a bit here. I mean, a minute has gone past since they've initially capped the objective here. Cryo force it back up away from on the soldier, and somehow, some way, by kind of punishing the greediness of Flint, the Warriors can finally get themselves set up properly on Hollywood's high grounds.
Oh,
never mind.
Frame, but yeah, look. I mean, but look at the ult economy for the Royals. They have 4 ultimates coming up, and this Transcendence is going to be brutal.
Oh, wait, the back and forth, we broke ankles? Wait, no was breaking some ankles up there. Couldn't even get Flint to get the final kill. Sly will be a victim of that. They took the charge, and we are seeing a slight trade-off. No Kitsune Rush can be available for the front times. Oh, no, there it is. But the Transcendence can be right enough. Less than a meter left on the objective, and that's all we needed for Warner to now put themselves comfortably at match point.
I mean, that was blazing fast. And it's all in the back of Flint. I mean, I know everybody else is doing stuff here. Yeah, let it rain. Let it rain, Flint. You are absolutely disgusting. This is the play of the year so far here in the Sun Conference. I will not hear any questions or comments on that. That is just brutal. This is somebody that completely understands the kit of Hazard and has the full blessing of the team to go forth and be absolutely righteous. And Flint has got to be having a good time right now.
He has to be. I mean, that clip, I mean, right before that clip started, there was also a Junkrat kill he got into Golden Skull right on that high ground, and then he popped right back in and then got a 4K. Like, he basically 1v5 the team. Completely. Yeah, we lost Cryos in the bag, you know, whatever. Sojourn, you know, he get popped out by a Torb. Whatever. The whole team's dead now from Flint. So that's a great thing to see today. But we're going to a very quick break, letting Flint ride the waves of all that money. And we'll be seeing what happens in that game 3 in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, be faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my
And we're back for a map 3. We are, of course, having Warner at that match point. They're looking real comfortable out there, I believe. We're going to go to Coliseo, and we have some new faces and some role swapping happening on both sides of the teams here. We're going to be seeing Rookie and Paley come in favor of Ice Boy and Mr. Funtime for the Warner guys, and we're going to be seeing, of course, that means Flint now no longer on tank, going over to the DPS role, which I want to see what that's going to look like as we go into Coliseo. And on the other side of things, some role swapping coming in for Weber, but still going to be the same roster.
Well, we shall see what this changeup will do for Weber. We have seen Weber do this before, where they go down and then they come back with a different look, and they generally have some good success with it. They may not be expecting the world swaps coming from the other side, so this should be interesting to say the least. We're headed to Coliseo for our push map today, and if Flint is able to command space once again from the DPS role, then we know that this person is a good talent here in the Sun Conference. Rookie, we're going to be judging you based upon what we just saw from Flint. So, Rookie, don't screw it up, you rookie.
Yeah, Rookie. No pressure at all. Your predecessor didn't just get 5K with solo hazard. Nothing crazy, and can absolutely happen on Coliseo. Looks like Rookie might actually be kind of like their ball efficient, which is a-okay. There's definitely a lot of teams that do typically have a sub tank that is just big fan of ball and wrecking ball in general, and big fan of the Hamster. Flint going over to the Genji, as we said earlier, so looking like a little bit of a more complete dive coming in with the Juno rather than the Brig, but for half round, that shouldn't be too bad, especially with the Warriors running the Queen, the Bastion, the Sombra, which we saw some great effort from on Hollywood as well. So still having Lil Bishop on the Juno and Sly still on that Mercy.
I mean, the poke is going to be big here for Flint as they try to work up towards, you know, Blade. That's a gigantic nade right off the bat.
Even better is that deflect forces Sly to kind of attach to the Bastion, but a little bit too late. Unfortunately, that healing was not going to be enough to outpace and, you know, honestly slow Flint down whatsoever. Again, we were talking about, can Flint keep up that same momentum with making space, and I think with the Genji, I mean, it's even easier to do so. Such a small mobile character is so completely negated by nothing on the Warriors' end here. Beautiful. Finally, Hashbrown on the first go down from Nut on the tank here on the Queen, but definitely gets called out by Krya on the Tracer.
I mean, you'll take that trade all day long. The Bastion is going to be a very difficult pick here for them to use, especially with Flint with these lightning quick reflexes that I wish I had. The big thing right now is that I'm looking for a rookie to get in there and engage, just like that.
Just like that, but then you have the Sombra, then you have the Virus, then you have the Bastion, then you have the Queen all over you, and just like that, Rookie kind of find their first death early on, 34 meters on the objective, not looking to find that checkpoint anytime soon for the Royals, but the Warriors have something going in favor for them. Sly in the backline looking real low there. Thankfully gets healed up by Lil Bishop right behind everyone. Here's a hack on the engage. Beautiful anti-nade to, you know, kind of scare everyone off of Rookie and get the sights off of them, but here's a beautiful knife in, and there is the Royals once again finding ways to clean things up, even in the face of Rookie almost going down early on.
I mean, 36 health in a dream and gets out of it. I don't know how they managed that. And you've got 4 ultimates into this fight. EMP, though, is going to be huge. I don't know if they save it for... I don't know what they save it for, honestly. Do you save it to stop the engagement from your Genji going in with the Blade? Or do you save it for the mines that are coming up?
Well, definitely not the Blade here. It definitely has to be the mines, if anything, as they can shut down all of the mines that that Rookie can put down in a couple of seconds here, being so close to that aforementioned ultimate. 44 HP, like you said, 44 HP and a dream. Just Golden Skull left on the objective. Flint finally getting shut down by his natural counter, that being the Mei. But like you said, these mines right against the spawn room, may I say, even better separates Nut from the rest of their team here. Big anti onto Goofy Goobers, and the fight's still happening while the bot has pretty much been sitting past the objective for a little bit now.
I mean, yeah, you got to get the part moving here, but I mean, it's only 3 minutes off the clock. This has been pretty much one-way traffic. A couple of fights have been won by Weber, but not enough.
Haley going down really early on with that orbital ray in their back pocket. Not really what you want to see here. 4v5 happening. Man, ooh, actually, we're getting right out. Oh my goodness. Do you see how fast they dipped away from there? They were like, oh, we lost Haley? All right, no more. We're resetting, going back to the middle of Colosseo here for our next fight.
That was a whole lot of nope. That was a whole lot of nope from Warder right there. And they take care of it. They know where this, oh my god, that's a massive anti, or a massive rampage that came through.
That's a rampage, but even better is the orbital ray, trying to keep up the rest of the team by just Flint. Just Flint and Paley, and somehow you res right in front of his face, and they get the res off. Stop! We did not just get the res off right in front of Flint's face, and now suddenly Paley looking a little bit worse for wear by themselves here. No knife, but trying to get the last bit of damage onto them before they get peeled away, and somehow, some way, with a sliver of HP, the Warriors are just so good at living with absurd amounts of HP left in their name.
Rookie is no rookie.
Rookie is not a rookie, not on this ball at least. Orbital Ray coming in the opposing side of the Warriors. No carnage in the air, I see. Beautiful coming in from Nut here, but no one else can be going down quite yet. Flint gets the execution off on the backline, however, which forces the Warriors to honestly die now or just back up.
I mean, that slab was going to be huge either way, but Paley and Flint just said, you know what, hold my beer. I got this. Now you've got a Sombra kind of looped out here that's going to be caught out, and they know where they're at. So, I mean, you've got Nano Blade, you've got another Pulse Bomb ready to go, and the mines are not too far behind.
Yeah, Blizzard, yeah, ready for Golden Skull. And I think on this bridge here, it usually works out pretty favorably. But here's the Dragon Blade. I want to see the Blizzard in response, and there it is. We dash right into it, but we still find the kills. We dash into it, and we're able to find enough time to dash out of it before the freeze does come through. Beautiful tracking on this invisible Sombra. Unfortunately, we lost Rookie, but we have 126 meters. We're kind of the spawn camping the rest of the team here. Golden Skull, the only one away from the objective, finds the wall off, but we have the contest. And Sly not being there is not going to help. Well, Flint is, might be crazy. Wait, you were talking about Cryo earlier? Why is Flint not on DPS?
Flint is just too good. That's it.
That's
That's
it?
it. Not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes in, and we are already done. Warner with an emphatic 3-0 win over Weber International. And holy cow, I don't know which I like more, the Flint Genji or the Flint Hazard. Rookie definitely holding up their end of the bargain on that ball.
Rookie was the perfect distraction to allow Flint and Cryos to do whatever they wanted. I can't lie. And that's the point of the comp. That's the point of every ball comp, is to be as annoying as humanly possible. Distract everybody. Let your Tracer, your Genji, your Sombra, your Sojourn, whomever you have on your DPS line, get the picks needed. And then ideally, because everyone's so distracted, no one's looking at your Ana, at your Kiriko. No one's looking at them. They played that comp with Rookie in so well. And Paley, may I also add, excuse me, played it very well. It was almost as if they even have those weren't even subs. They felt like they're just part of the roster. They're from the jump. So again, congratulations to Warner. 3-0 victory, very nicely done. And of course, what is EGF without an interview? So we'll be going to a very quick break as we get our interview set up for you guys from the victors. Welcome back, everybody. After a very convincing 3-0 in favor of Warner University, I am very, very happy to introduce Flint to the interview. Popping off on tank and then doing the same thing on DPS. Yeah, you're kind of cracked for that. So, Flint, how are you feeling? How's the team feeling after such a wonderful, wonderful victory under your belt?
I mean, team's feeling great. That obviously you said it was a good victory for us. Put a lot of hard work in, been some ups and downs throughout the season. So to get a convincing win like this, it definitely feels good.
All right, let's get right into it then. Hollywood. There was the infamous jagged wall inside of the small room where you captured quite a few people.
Yeah.
You went 1v5 and won. What was going through your head in that moment?
So it kind of just started like this. Evan, my support, he discorded junk. I jumped the junk, killed the junk, and then I was like, wait, I think I can kill all of them. So I walled the Sig, the Moira, and the Mercy all in there, and then held block. They all died, and then yeah, just kind of snowballed from there, one after the other.
It's the hell block and they died for me.
Yeah, no, it was. Because I held block and then the wall just kept bouncing them off, so it was doing damage to them the whole time. So it was pretty funny.
Oh man, I think Hanbin would be very proud of you from that. I tell you what, that's a Hanbin style play,
Oh, for
repping
sure.
the fuel here. So I mean, I gotta shout out my boy.
Oh yeah,
Hanbin
no,
there.
of course.
But you know, then you swap to DPS,
Yes, sir.
and then we just were flabbergasted. Rookie was the decoy. You were the actual threat. Tell us what your comp was all about that.
No, so on Coliseo there, we altered the comp a little bit. Went really aggro with the ball tracer Genji, and it's just kind of the ball slams takes the aggro, like you said, and then Tracer and I able to clean up and it just kind of snowballed there again. So it went really well.
Yeah, I had to agree. It went really well for you guys, in fact. And I really do want to see you guys more on stream because it was your first time being on the stream for EGF. Were you guys nervous? Were you guys excited? Like, what was the vibes before eventually going into Samoa?
Yeah, no. So actually, we didn't know we were going to be streamed. I talked with John, our coach, earlier in the year, and he said our first stream was supposed to be against SCAD, and then he texted me today. He's like, streamed by EGF today, so you got to go crazy. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. So we were excited to be streamed, excited to be in front of all of you guys and show what we can, you know.
And like my coach saying, just go crazy, and that's what y'all do. You know what? Good job, coach. You kind of popped off there.
For sure.
And of course, since it's a little bit late, I want you guys to go enjoy your victory. And of course, as uni students, I know y'all have a lot of work to do. So, for your final question, who do you want to give a shout out to on the broadcast?
So who I'm giving a shout out to is I'm shouting out our sponsor, Advanced GG, our gamer supplement. Has got the caffeine that we need to keep us going strong, you know?
Who's in the back? Is that the rest of the team?
The rest of the team, yeah, if you want to talk to any of them, let me
Just
know.
say hi. Just say hi real fast.
Hey, everyone get in and say hi. Everyone get in.
Just say hi real fast.
The roll in.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
No.
Okay, let them know that we think they played absolutely out of their mind. So you guys did absolutely amazing today. I cannot wait to see you guys eventually when we get to the playoffs bracket because I think you guys have kind of solidified your spot in the playoffs. So wonderful job from all of you, and please keep grinding. Have a wonderful night. Okay.
Of course, thank you guys. Have a great
No problem. Bye bye.
Bye.
He's either eating frosting or he's eating ice cream behind him. And now
I
it
care
reminds
what
me
he's
that
eating.
I am hungry.
That's the fuel he needed.
That is great. That's the fuel that you really need. It's the sugar. It's not the caffeine, it's the sugar. But I tell you what, that is fantastic coming from Warner all night. Good to see the whole team there, everybody in the same room. We love to see it. We love to see the camaraderie from the teams. But Maud, I think that's it for us tonight. Question mark.
That is it for us tonight. And of course, next Thursday we're gonna have even more Sun Conference action. We have 3 more weeks, I believe, of the Sun Conference to cover for you guys. A lot happening for to get teams to that playoffs bracket. A lot of them looking like they're really comfortable. That being Warner's, for example, SCAD looking real comfortable already. But some of them has to get those differentials off, those tiebreakers in their favor. You know, so lots of things at stake as the weeks go on. But otherwise, that is all we have for you guys today. Producers, as always, shout outs to you for doing the producing and observing. You You got it for life, my friend. And of course, shout out to my co-caster for yapping with me happily. And I cannot wait for next week because guess what? Are in the system, so everyone better be ready. Get their perks active. That sounds crazy, actually. Don't get your perks ready. That sounds crazy. The responsible perks, not the crazy perks. Be good people. We'll see you guys next Thursday for some more Overwatch action.